morning, Madam Sam. Okay, I'm Shalene from Nutrition Health and Wellness Singapore Polytechnic. Okay, so is everything okay for you?
Yes.
Okay, so do you know what we are doing today?
Yes, that means I need to recall what I've eaten the previous day and to check whether my diet meet the minimum requirement.
Okay, so was yesterday a typical diet for you?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so may I know what's your age?
48.
Okay, and you know how tall you are?
1.73 meter.
Okay, and how much do you weigh?
54 kg.
Okay. Okay, yes, so I'll be doing a 24-hour diet recall with you. So basically it is a dietary assessment that is used to assess your daily diet track. Normally we'll be assessing the patient's the diet the previous day or the preceding 24 hours, and I'll provide you with the household measurements. So you just tell me the estimate portion sizes. So is there any questions? Okay. Okay, so let's start with our first meal and we can further evaluate. So what did you eat yesterday for our first meal?
Okay, my first meal is my breakfast at 9:30 a.m. I had 2 French toasts.
So where do you have your breakfast?
At a cafe outside.
Okay. And what is the cooking style of your French toast?
Bake.
So for French toast, how big is one toast? Use a speaker
around this size.
Okay. So it's like
a
regular
toast, yeah.
Regular toast. Okay. So for the toast, did they use what type of bread did they use?
White bread.
So do you have any spread on the French toast?
Honey.
Okay. Okay, so using these spoons here as an estimate, how much honey do you approximately?
This one.
So half a tablespoon?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So is there any beverage?
No, just plain water.
So using this glass over here as an estimate, how much plain water do you drink?
Around 3/4 glass.
3/4 glass? Okay, great. So let's move on. Do you have any morning snacks after your breakfast, like a pre-lunch meal?
No.
No. Okay. So what meal do you have after your breakfast?
My lunch at around 12:30 p.m.
So where do you have it?
I had it at the food court outside.
Okay. Okay. So what do you have for lunch?
Curry yong tau fu.
Okay. And what ingredients do you put inside?
3 types of vegetables, 1 hard-boiled egg,
Okay.
1 fish cake, and a portion of thick rice noodles.
Okay. So for thick rice noodles, using this bowl here as an estimate, how much have you eaten?
1 full bowl.
1 full bowl. Okay. So for thick rice noodles, what type of noodle is it?
The normal rice noodle.
Rice noodles. Okay. So for your vegetable, you said that you add 3 types of them. So what type are they?
小白菜, Chinese spinach,
Okay.
and a big bok choy.
Okay. Okay. So for your egg, it's just a regular hard-boiled egg.
Yes.
For a fish cake, using my palm as a estimate, how much have you eaten?
Half palm size.
And for yong tau fu, may I know what type of bowl you use using this bowl here as an estimate?
This bowl.
The estimate bowl.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have any beverage for lunch?
No, only plain water.
Plain water. So using this glass also as an estimate, how much have you drank?
3/4.
3/4. Okay. Then. Okay. Okay, great. So what do you have after lunch and what meal do you call it?
I had my tea break at 4 p.m.
Okay. So where do you have your tea break?
in a cafe.
Okay. So may I know what you had for tea break?
I have a half slice of garlic toast
Okay.
and a cup of coffee.
Okay. So for garlic toast, what type of preparation was it?
Baked.
Okay. And using the fingers as estimate, how big is the garlic toast
This size.
size? Half of it or
Yes,
just the size?
half of it.
Half of it. Okay. Okay. So may I know what type of bread do you eat for garlic toast?
White.
Bread. So for your beverage, you said that you had coffee.
Yeah.
So do you use any milk, creamer, sweetener, sugar, or condensed milk?
Condensed milk.
Condensed milk. Okay. So using the spoons here as an estimate, how much condensed milk do you have?
This size.
So about 1 teaspoon.
Yes.
Okay, so using this cup here as estimate, how much coffee do you drink?
3/4.
3/4. Okay. Good. Okay, so for our next meal, was it dinner?
Yes.
Okay, so may I know what time you had it?
7:30 p.m.
Okay, and where do you had it?
at home.
Okay, great. So it was home cooked?
Yes.
Okay, so may I know what you had for dinner?
Fried rice, bean curd,
Okay.
vegetables, and luncheon meat.
Okay, so for your fried rice, what type of rice do you use?
White jasmine rice.
Okay, and what do you had in the fried rice?
Egg.
Just egg.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you know about how many eggs you put into the rice?
I put 4 eggs.
So for your 4 eggs, was it shared or all for yourself?
Shared.
Shared. Between how many people?
3.
Okay. Okay, so for your fried rice, using this plate here as an estimate, how much have you eaten?
1 plate.
1 whole plate?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you know the cooking method of the fried rice?
Fried rice is stir fry.
Okay. So you said that you also add bean curd.
Yes.
So what type of bean curd was it?
The Japanese egg bean curd.
Okay, and how many have you eaten?
I add 3 pieces.
Okay, so using these cups here as an estimate, so what size was the bean curd?
This size.
This size? Okay, great. And what was the cooking style of the bean curd?
Stir fry.
Stir fry.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, next you said that you also add luncheon meat.
Yes.
So how many pieces have you eaten?
I add 3.
Okay. And using my palm again as a reference, what was the size of the luncheon meat?
Your full palm size.
My full palm size.
Yes.
And do you know the cooking style?
Pan fried.
Okay. And do you happen to know the brand of the luncheon meat?
Yeah, spam.
So you had the normal ones or the low sodium ones?
Low sodium ones.
Sodium one. Okay. Okay, so you also said that you add vegetables.
Yes.
So what type of vegetables was it?
小白菜.
My type, okay. And how much have you eaten using this mug here as a reference again?
Half a mug.
Half a mug. Okay, great. And do you know the cooking style of the vegetables?
Stir fry.
Stir fry. Okay, so do you have any beverage for dinner?
Just a cup of 3/4 glass of water.
Using this glass here?
Yes, this glass 3/4.
3/4 glass, okay. Okay, so do you have anything for snack after dinner? Let's say supper?
Yes.
Okay, so what time do you have it?
Around 8:30.
Okay, and what do you have?
I had 2 bananas for
So-
my supper.
Okay, so what size of the banana?
Medium size.
Medium size banana. So for your supper, do you have any beverage?
No, just plain water.
Plain water. Okay. So again, using this glass as an estimate, how much plain water do you drink for supper?
For this is like half a glass.
Glass. Okay, so after looking through your diet plan, I realized that you eat quite a number of bread. So is this usual every day?
Yes.
Okay, so what type of bread do you normally eat?
Usually it's a white bread.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so for meats, do you usually eat red meat, white meat, chicken or fish? Because I see that the only meat yesterday was luncheon meat.
Usually I will eat white meat like chicken and fish,
Okay.
but at times I will also take pork.
Okay. So for luncheon meat, do you eat it often?
No.
Okay. Okay. And eggs. How many eggs do you eat besides the one for Yong Tau Fu? So do you eat eggs every day?
In every alternate days.
Okay. So how often and how many each week would you say?
1 per day.
1 per day.
It
Okay.
will be 3 per week.
Okay. So what about dairy products and milk? Because I realized that you only drink water and coffee yesterday.
I don't take milk.
Okay. How about cheese, yogurt?
Yogurt, yes.
Okay. So why don't you take milk or cheese?
I don't like the taste and the smell.
Okay. Okay, so for water, I realized that you drink a lot of water. So is it like this every day?
Yes.
Okay, and so when you go out for your lunch, the water, was it from home or do you buy it outside?
From home.
So do you bring like a bottle out every day?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So you prepare your meals at home for dinner yesterday, right?
Yes.
Was it typical like this every day?
Yes.
Okay. So how often do you eat at home?
5 days a week.
And per day? Per day, how many meals do you eat?
One meal. Dinner.
Okay, so when you eat at home, what oil do you use to prepare your food?
Canola oil.
So do you only use this type of oil?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I noticed that you only had bananas yesterday. So do you normally only eat banana or do you also eat other fruits?
Yeah, I eat variety of fruits like apple,
Okay. And what else?
melons,
Melons, okay.
berries. Yeah.
Okay, so do you also drink juices?
Yes.
What type of juice?
Orange juice.
Okay. So you can say that you eat fruits quite often.
Yes.
Okay, so for your vegetables, I noticed that you actually add about 3 to 4 types of vegetables yesterday. So is this typical?
Yes.
Sorry. So also I noticed that you eat quite a lot of leafy greens. So do you eat other greens as well, like broccoli,
Yeah.
etc.?
Yeah. Cabbage, broccoli.
Okay. So you try to eat vegetables every day.
Yeah. I eat variety of vegetable.
Okay. So will you have it for almost every meal every day, like yesterday?
Every meal I will have vegetable.
Okay.
Minimum one type.
Okay. So what are the types of vegetables that you normally like to eat?
Green leafy vegetables.
Okay. So for your toast, I've also realized that you like to eat toast with spread like garlic spread and honey spread. So do you eat any other type of spread?
Yeah. Butter.
Butter. Okay. So what type of butter do you use, like unsalted or salted ones?
Unsalted.
And do you know the brand of the butter?
SCS.
SCS butter. Okay. Okay, so I'm done reviewing your diet, and since you just want to assess your diet and see if your meal meets the recommended intake and guidelines, so I'll now go through it with you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so as I will be reviewing your diet with you, if there's anything that jumps out, just let me know. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So for your breakfast, you had 2 slices of French toast
Yes.
and water, right?
Yes.
Okay.
For this, maybe I'll try to change to plain whole grain bread for my breakfast and with plain water.
Okay, so for meals, we will all set realistic goals. So for now, if you just want to cut down on the intake of, let's say, French toast, maybe you can just add it with whole grain toast with spread like honey spread, and then slowly cutting it down to healthier spread like maybe avocado spread, then plain bread. So you just get yourself used to it first instead of changing it immediately. Okay, so is that doable?
Yes, I will try to do it.
Okay, so also I have seen that for your lunch you had curry on tofu outside. So is this a normal meal for you outside for lunch?
Actually, I don't eat curry on tofu every day. At times, I will still eat like fish soup
Okay.
outside. At times, I also eat mixed vegetable rice.
Okay, so for mixed vegetable rice, do you put any sauces?
No, white rice.
Just white rice.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I've also seen that for your rice, you have jasmine white rice. So is that the case for every time you eat at home or outside?
At home, white jasmine rice, yes.
Okay.
Every day, every meal.
Okay, so how do you think you could change to it?
Maybe I'll try to eat brown rice.
Okay. Okay, so also you can just maybe let's say mix whole grain rice with white rice first. Then when you get used to it, then you just change to whole grain rice.
Okay.
Okay. So for your tea break, you also had coffee with milk, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you drink it every day for tea break or even for other meal?
Usually I will have a cup of coffee every day. Yeah, at times it's during breakfast. If not, it will be tea break.
Okay, so how do you think that you could cut down on
Maybe
that?
I will try to cut down the coffee intake.
Okay.
Like maybe 3 times a week. And I will try to change it to black coffee instead of coffee with milk and then with less sugar.
Okay, yes. Okay, so that is a realistic goal that you can set down. However, other days you can also try to drink other beverages like soy milk, since you said milk has a smell. So you can drink soybean milk that is fortified with calcium, or even almond milk, oat milk. So they are also better beverages that could strengthen your bones and even satisfy your sugar cravings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. Is for breakfast. Would it be doable if you add proteins like egg or even fruits for breakfast?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe you can increase your intake for eggs to, let's say, 3 times to 4 times per week.
Okay.
Okay, and preferably hard boiled egg.
Okay.
Without any other sauces, sugar or salt. Okay, so for your food intake, right, the recommended is at least 2 servings a day. Your diet that we have reviewed, you have 2 servings per day. However, it's only 1 type of fruits. So what do you think that you can do to it?
Okay, usually I eat variety of fruits like apple, berries, oranges, grapes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I will try to like have everyday different fruit.
Okay, that's good. And recommended is at least 2 servings per day. So for your apple, maybe you want to eat 1 small apple, and let's say your grapes, probably about 10 to 20 grapes per day.
Okay.
Will be good. Okay, so it'll be good to eat also like a variety of fruits, as you said. Okay, so vegetables too. So is there any vegetables that you love? That your favorite vegetables?
Actually, I prefer green leafy vegetables. Yeah, but I do eat other vegetables like cabbage, broccoli,
Okay.
and those are melons. Yeah.
Okay, good. So actually for times you can maybe also eat like a variety, like broccoli, English spinach or kale. They are very high in antioxidants that are also good for you. So maybe you can just try to adapt to, let's say, kale or English spinach probably 2 to 3 per week. Then you slowly adapt your body to it.
Okay.
So is there any other queries or anything that jump out to you that you might want to sound out?
Not at this moment. So I will try to change my diet to a healthier one.
Okay, so do you remember, oh yes, for your meat, because you only eat luncheon meat as per your diet, so how do you think you could change it also for meat intake?
No, at times, usually I also eat white meat like fish and chicken. I do take pork, but not very often.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll try to increase the intake for this red and white meat for my diet.
Okay, great. Okay. So for the meat, same thing. If you don't eat, let's say pork, maybe you can just add eggs to your breakfast, like what I have suggested just now.
Okay.
Maybe you can also eat alternatives like beancurd, like legumes. They're also very rich in protein and even calcium. They can also help build your bones.
Okay.
Okay. So do you remember what you have to do with changing your diet?
Yes.
Okay. So maybe you want to review with me again.
Eat more variety of fruits. Eat try to eat whole grain rice.
Okay.
And more variety of vegetables and meat.
Okay.
I can also like, if I don't take meat, I can find alternatives like eggs, beancurd, etc.
Yeah. And also maybe you can just drink beverages that's fortified with calcium to help you build your bones and also maybe satisfy the sugar cravings. Okay. So is there any other questions or concerns that you have?
No.
Okay. So thank you for your time, and if there's any questions, just let me know and probably we'll meet soon.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.